We're in Manchester, and it is the OGAE UK Convention 2011. And next to us we have one of the representatives from the UK that went to the Eurovision Song Contest in 1980 as part of Prima Donna. Kate Robbins, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's a long time ago.
Nah, you're looking fantastic, so
thank
it's
you.
amazing. 1980, the Eurovision Song Contest came from The Hague, actually. That's where we come from, the Netherlands.
Yes, we came third actually that year, and we felt coming third that we'd won. We were happy with third.
And what memories do you have from being in the Netherlands and also from the Eurovision Song Contest?
Well, I learned how to eat satay in The Hague. All the Indonesian places there were with all the beautiful satay, and they made us eat lots of Edam cheese for the photo calls. Edam, wearing the little Dutch hats, you know. No, it was lovely. It's the first time I'd ever been outside of UK. I was a very young girl, obviously, and it was my first experience. And then after that we went to Hilversum for some TV shows, and it was lovely. And I go back to Holland quite a bit now.
Now, closer to the Eurovision Song Contest, in 1980 it was in the Congressgebouw, I think they called it at that time. How did you like the venue itself?
Hang on a sec. The venue was fantastic, what I remember of it, but it's very difficult to actually remember, you know, because we were so nervous and so young, and we were, you know, we didn't really know what was going on, so I don't really remember what it looked like. Thank you. Sorry, just some food arrived.
Well, we're sitting in the nice gardens of this convention centre in Manchester, so we just get some nice food. And
yes.
What is your favourite food?
Anything, really. I like cheese and tomato sandwiches and satay.
Back to 1980, the
Yes.
the Eurovision Song Contest, the Dutch entry. Remember the Dutch entry?
No. Can you remember?
It was Amsterdam.
Of course it was, yes. I think it didn't win though. Johnny Logan won that year, didn't he? Yeah. I remember Amsterdam now, vaguely.
Inside the guest list we just were in, we heard that you had some nice stories with Johnny Logan. Tell us about that.
Well, he was very sexy, you know. And my younger sister Jane, who was in Prima Donna with me, I think she kissed him. Woo!
Do you still see other members of Prima Donna
Yes.
today?
I'm still very good friends with my partner, who was Alan Coates, and he introduced me to my husband actually, so he's responsible for that. Yes, that's the only people I've seen. I haven't really seen the others.
And there was
Sally Ann Triplett, sorry, the other girl, not my sister Jane, there was another girl called Sally Ann. She's a big star in the West End in London now.
I believe there's also a connection with Jay Aston from Bucks Fizz as well.
Yes, because Jay Aston, who was in Bucks Fizz in 1981, which they won, as you know, her brother, Lance Aston, was my sister Jane's partner in Prima Donna. So it's a small world.
How did the band form? Was Prima Donna formed especially for the Eurovision Song Contest?
It was totally put together just for that, yeah. We were actually session singers, you know, apart from my sister Jane, who was only 17. She was doing her exams at school at the time. And they wanted the girls to look similar, and I knew Jane had a very good musical ear, but she'd never sung professionally. And so I just said to her, look, this is your harmony, you sing this, don't ever sing anything else. And she did a great job, really, for someone so young, you know.
How did you find the name of your group?
I didn't choose the name, but I think it's a strange name to call a mixed band with men and women, because it always means, you know, about a stroppy woman, you know. So I think it's a strange name. I never understood why we were called Prima Donna when there were 3 boys in the group.
You came third with Love Enough for Two. Tell us about the song.
Well, I can sing it. If there's a place in your heart for me, there's a room in my place for you, 'cause I've got love enough. Yes, I've got love enough for two. And it was like a really nice sort of romantic song, very clean cut, you know, there was no sexiness, it was just good boys and girls holding hands. Nothing else.
and then you went to the national selection in the UK, Song for Europe. Did you actually want to do that?
Oh yes, I mean, I was new to television, and it was you know, my first international TV. I mean, when we did the national programme, Song for Europe, that was exciting. But then when we got to The Hague, someone said there's, I don't know, 300, 400 million people watching. Is that correct?
At that time, yes. Now it's a
Yes.
little bit less, but
Yes.
there's more television channels, of course.
Of course, yes. But then there was only, 4 channels to watch, so everybody watched Eurovision. So it was a great experience in live performing, having to be well rehearsed, learn the dance routine, learn the harmonies, get it right.
Well, it's a pretty big audience, 300, 400 million viewers, but how do you cope with that when you heard that so many people will be watching?
I think you just have to look at the camera like it's one person. If you think that how many millions are watching, you would fall over or trip up. So it's best to just think of it as one person, really.
So would you say that the being in the Eurovision was actually like the launching of your career?
Definitely.
Would you say? Yeah.
Definitely, I would say it was the launch of my career. Yeah, very important thing for me. It gave me choreography I'd never done before. Obviously, I'd done harmonies and singing a lot, but to present yourself dancing and singing live with an orchestra, it's great.
How did Prima Donna continue after the Eurovision entry?
Not very well. No, we brought out another single. It didn't do anything. We were literally just put together for the contest, and then we split up, went our own way.
And I assume that afterwards you went into an acting career.
Yes.
Or was it already there before?
No, I did singing first, and I had a hit record in the UK. Got to number 2 with a song called More Than In Love, and that sold 500,000. And then I decided I didn't decide. I started doing comedy, acting, and lots of comedy shows with singing, and then I got my own TV series after that, and I got 2 TV series of my own in the 80s, and then I got involved with a program called Spitting Image, which was...
Oh, what is a fantastic link, which is, sorry to interrupt.
No, Spitting Image was totally unique in its day. It was the only satire program on TV, and it was puppets, and I did the voices of the singing, first of all the singing puppets, and then I ended up doing all the politicians and
The voices of it.
Yes.
Can you give us a little bit of an example of that?
Well, yes, I used to do the Queen saying, "Oh, Philip, why don't you come to bed? I'm feeling rather sexy." So I'll never be a dame.
Did you also do Margaret Thatcher?
Sometimes it was usually done by a man called Steve, but occasionally I had to do her voice, and when I did it very slowly, like this.
Amazing.
So are you also on the chicken song?
Yes, I'm singing, hold a chicken in the air, stick a deck, tear up your nose, buy a jumbo jet, and then bury all your clothes. Yes.
You sang
Wonderful
that song?
song.
Yes, that's me singing, yes.
Wow!
So
I bought the single in that year.
Yeah, and I've actually had a number 1 hit.
And if I remember rightly, the B-side is exactly the same as the A-side.
It is. The B-side is exactly the same as the A-side. And you know what? They ripped us off because they told us, oh, come and sing this song. Kate, you're a good singer. It will never do anything. It won't. We'll just pay you £500, and it got to number 1 for about 8 weeks. I wish I'd taken a royalty.
But you gave us a lot of fun with this song and also
Yeah.
with the Spitting Image series. That's amazing. But what do you do nowadays?
Well, I do my acting and singing. I've just got a new album out called Soho Nights, which is available on Amazon and iTunes. And it got to number 8 in the jazz charts when it first was released a few months ago. And I'm touring next year with my band. I've gone back to my singing. I still do acting if I'm offered nice parts, but I prefer to write my own songs and sing.
Would you like to write a song for Eurovision?
I would love to write a song for Eurovision, actually. And it's something I've been thinking about trying to do for next year. So watch this space.
Wow, fantastic.
You've got the what do you call it?
Exclusive.
Exactly.
Would it be a ballad or some upbeat stuff?
No, it would be a ballad. Yeah.
A ballad.
Good at writing ballads, yeah.
So it sounds like you still keep up with the Eurovision and still watch the programme.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I think the production side of it is fantastic, but you've got to be careful. My sister Jane, who made a good point today at the conference, she said the trouble with the UK is that we take you understand this in The Hague, in Holland, we take the mickey too much. We make too much fun, and we're too sarcastic about it. But the truth is, it's a song contest, not an artist contest. And it's about the song. But the artist has to be good as well.
Going back to 1980 to the Eurovision Song Contest, do you still have contacts with any of the co-singers, your co-competitors?
Yes, I'm in contact with Alan Coates only. The rest of them I've never seen, apart from Sally Ann Triplett, who was the other girl. I bumped into her at a theatre show, and I looked at her and I said, oh my gosh, it's 20 years since I saw you. She doesn't look any different. So,
Nice. When you compare Eurovision in the 80s with Eurovision now, do you think it has improved or has gone to the worse?
that's a good question. I think it's gone better now that they've taken less people off stage. A few years ago, if you watched Eurovision, there were too many people on stage. People had dance troupes, circus acts, you know, and there would be 20 people on stage, and it takes away from the song. So I think now they've got new rules where you can only have, is it 6 people on stage? 6 people is the maximum, and I think that's a very good rule.
Fantastic. Have you any favourite Eurovision entry of Eurovision?
Yes.
Oh, of course, UK entry of Eurovision.
Yes, boom, bang, a bang. My heart goes boom, bang, a bang, boom, bang, a bang, when you are near. Boom, bang, a bang, loud in my ear. Pounding away, won't you be mine? Boom, bang, a bang, all the time.
There was Lulu singing Boom Bang a Bang.
What year was it though?
1969.
Oh, you know your stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Well researched.
4 winners in that
Yes.
case, in that year. The only year there were four winners.
Strange, wasn't it? So it was joint 4, was it?
Yes. Oh, they didn't have enough prizes to give out, so only one country got the trophy and the others got
And
the
when Cliff Richard sang Congratulations, and it was such a huge hit for him, apparently he only came second. Now what year would that have been? 60 something?
68.
68. It's great being with these people, they know all the years.
A bit of Eurovision trivia. Have you also got a favourite Eurovision song internationally, not UK?
That's a good question. Do you know, I think What's Another Year? Johnny Logan. I think that's a beautiful ballad.
Which was your year, of course, huh?
1980, that's probably because I remember the night so well, and I think that's quite like Waterloo.
ABBA.
Yes, quite like that.
Would you want to go back to sing at the Eurovision Song Contest for the UK?
Too old now.
Oh no, it's never too old. The first winner will compete this year again in the Eurovision Song Contest. There's Asia. She's 85 and she competes this year. So there's no reason.
I'm not that bloody old. If somebody asked me to do it, I probably would. Just for the crack, as we say in Ireland.
Indeed, fantastic. Chris. Okay, so thank you very much, Kate Robbins.
Thank
All the
you.
best of luck for your singing, acting career.
Thank you.
And hope to see you at the Eurovision Song Contest. You're a
Thank you.
fantastic person and a big honor for us to have the interview with you.
Lovely to talk to you. Thank you.